boy Corey here, aka Crasher, back with a new video, and ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, we're ourselves a brand new episode in the series where I take 5 Pokemon from each generation and give them a much needed buff. In today's episode, we are going to be traveling to the Hoenn region and examining all of the Gen 3 Pokemon and selecting 5 that I feel deserve a major buff. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. So starting off this list, we have ourselves Castform. So going over its details real quick, the typing it has is normal, the ability it has is forecast, and its stats goes as follows. And as we can see, all of its stats from HP, attack, defense, special defense, and speed are all 70s across the board. And it's a real shame too, because for a Pokemon that is very gimmicky, these stats are very paltry. Well, we're about to take this gimmicky Pokemon and actually make it a lot better in a competitive sense. But now, allow me to introduce you to the new and improved Castform. Now, we decided to leave the type and abilities alone as they are pretty fitting and don't need to change. However, taking a look at the stats, we have ourselves a major change in the special attack and speed, both of which have been increased from 70 to base 100, making this Pokemon a lot better when it comes to its specially oriented offense, and base 100 speed is a lot better than base 70, and this Pokemon right here will be able to have more power packed behind its punch. And to sweeten the deal even further when it comes to buffing up Castform, I decided to give it access to Calm Mind, which boosts its special attack and special defense by 1 stage each, and Nasty Plot, which boosts the special attack by 2 stages, which is going to very, very heavily complement its very deep special attack move pool and make this Pokemon even better as an offensive threat. So it seems like this Pokemon won't have to just rely on its gimmick to have any spotlight. It now is going to have another reason to be used in battle. So coming up next, we have ourselves Keklian, and the details goes as follows. The typing is going to be normal, the abilities it has access to is Color Change and Protean as its hidden ability. As for its stats, we have 60 on the HP, 90 on the attack, 70 on the defense, 60 in the special attack, 120 in the special defense, and 40 in the speed. Now thanks to its deep move pool and its ability Protean, this Pokemon is actually fairly decent in lower tier battles. However, this Pokemon is in desperate need of a buff. So let's buff up this chameleon, baby. And now it's time to introduce the new and improved Keklian. Now, I decided to leave its typing and abilities alone, as both make perfect sense. However, the buffs goes as follows, such as to its HP, now has base 80, defense is now at base 90, and special defense is now at base 130, making this Pokemon much more bulkier, which is going to provide a lot of good things for this Pokemon in general. And going even further into the buffs, we are going to grant it access to some new moves, and we have ourselves 2 right here, being Bulk Up, which boosts the attack and defense by 1 stage apiece, and Swords Dance, which boosts the physical attack by 2 stages, making use of not only the ability to set up its offenses, but also making use of the fact that, well, it has a really, really good move pool and a lot of physical attacking moves, and with the ability now to set up its physical attack through either Bulk Up or Swords Dance, well, this Pokemon is going to be a bigger threat than before. Coming up next on the list, we have ourselves Monetric. Now, going over its details real quick, we have ourselves the following. Its typing is going to be that of Electric. The abilities are Static, Lightning Rod, and Minus as its hidden ability. And we have ourselves the following in its stats. 70 on the HP, 75 on the attack, 60 in both defense and special defense, and 105 in both the special attack and the speed. Now the sad thing about Monetric is that it did have a Mega Evolution, making it a lot better in battle, but unfortunately thanks to Generation 8, it lost access to its Mega Evolution, so now it is time to give this Pokemon its due justice. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the new and improved Monetric. Now, we're not going to change its typing or abilities as they are pretty fitting and don't need to change. However, as for its stats, let's take a look at what we got here. So we buffed up the defense and special defense to 70 each, and the special attack and the speed to base 120 each, making this Pokemon have a little extra bulk while having a lot more speed and a lot more punch in its special attack. And as for its moves, we are going to give it access to Sword Stance. Now you're probably thinking, well, wait a second now, isn't it supposed to be primarily a special attacker? And well, yes it is. However, base 75 is not something to scoff at, and it does have a pretty decent physical move pool, so if you want to run a physical attacking set with Sword Stance to boost your attack by 2 stages, then that is something that you can do as well. Next up on the list, we have Tropius. Going over the details real quick, we have ourselves the following information. Its typing is that of grass and flying. The abilities it has are Chlorophyll, Solar Power, and Harvest as its hidden ability. HP is at base 99, attack base 68, defense 83, special attack 72, special defense 87, and speed at base 51. Now I personally feel really bad about Tropius. It looked like it had a ton of potential. I thought of it at first glance as a Gen 3 version of Lapras, a Pokemon that is rare and was going to naturally have a good base stat total. But unfortunately, that was not to be. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, I buffed up Tropius. Let's see what we got, baby. Now, I decided to retype it from Grass Flying to Grass and Dragon. I feel this typing is a lot more suitable for a sauropod with wings like Tropius. We are going to leave the abilities alone as I feel all 3 abilities fit this Pokemon rather nicely. And as for the changes to its stats, well, we have ourselves an increase in HP to base 109, increase attack to base 88, increase in special attack to base 92, and increase the speed in base 71. And the buffs don't end there, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to grant it access to several new moves, such as Roost, Outrage, Defog, Dragon Pulse, Agility, and Dragon Dance. Now I understand that some of these moves were able to be accessed in past generations thanks to move tutors, but because this Pokemon isn't accessible in Generation 8, I assume it's going to lose access to these moves, hence why I decided to give it access to these moves and more. This Pokemon is going to have the ability to not only roost up and restore its health, taking advantage of its naturally good bulk, but it will have the ability to set up its offenses and be a sweeping menace. And coming in at number 1, we have Flygon. Going over the details real quick, we have ourselves the following. The typing it has is Ground and Dragon, the ability it has is Levitate, and as for its stats, we have ourselves 80 on the HP, defense, special attack, and special defense, and base 100 on the attack and the speed. Now this is a Pokemon that should have gotten a Mega Evolution and should have gotten much better treatment than what it has. It's a real damn shame that Flygon, such a beautiful Pokemon with so much potential, ends up getting squandered and wasted for no reason. Well, that's why it makes it as the number 1 pick here on this list. So here we go with the new and improved Flygon. We decided to retype it to Bug and Dragon because it's a fucking dragonfly looking Pokemon, so why not? Of course it's going to be Bug Dragon. The ability is going to stay the same with Levitate, however we are going to give it an additional ability in Speed Boost, which boosts its speed by 1 stage at the end of every turn. Oh boy, now we're talking. And we're talking even more because look at this, ladies and gentlemen. I decided to give this Pokemon a complete makeover when it comes to its stats. We ourselves 90 in the HP, defense, and special defense, and 110 in the attack, special attack, and the speed. Now some might think that this is an extreme buff, and well, you're not entirely wrong. However, I, and I'm sure many other people, looked at Flygon as a potential pseudo-legendary Pokemon upon reveal, so I decided, you know what? Fuck it. Let's give this Pokemon the pseudo-legendary treatment and make it the 3rd pseudo-legendary in Generation 3. Seems like Metagross and Salamence aren't the only big boys on the block anymore. And just to add a little bit more to this amazing Pokemon, I decided to grant access to 2 new moves in Nasty Plot and Swords Dance. This Pokemon will be able to easily set up its offenses, whether you want to be a special attacker or a physical attacker. And what's even better is that at the end of every turn, Speed Boost will kick in and boost the speed by 1 stage. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is how you correct a big wrong against Flygon. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of this top 5 video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's installment in the series. If you guys did, you know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe, and most importantly, guys, smash it up in the comments down below, because I love hearing from you guys. Always have, always will, that never gonna change, baby. You can believe that. Woo! So thank you guys again for watching. Have yourself a fantastic day or night, depending on your time zone. And as always, your boy will see you guys in the next one.